Turn that off. Calling the meeting to order for the Cuyahoga County Human Resources Appointment and Equity Committee, Cuyahoga County Administrative Headquarters, 4th floor, C. Allen Conley Council Chambers. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
As a reminder to all in attendance, this meeting is being recorded and live streamed on the county's YouTube page. Calling the roll, Mr. Sweeney.
Present.
Mr. Gallagher.
Here.
Ms. Conwell.
Present.
Mr. Hauser. Mr. Hauser is absent at the moment. Ms. Turner.
Present.
You have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Any public comment?
No, Mr. Chair, no one has signed in.
Thank you. Can I have approval of the minutes for the June 3rd, 2025 meeting?
So moved.
Second. Thank you very much. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? None. The minutes are approved. Matters referred to the committee. The first one, we have a slight deviation. Mike Devers doing something else that is really important for the county, so we're going to have the privilege of having Brendan Doyle speak in his behalf to see if we want to consider appointing Mike Dever to the Cuyahoga County Justice Center Building Committee. Mr. You got to come to the podium.
Oh,
Can I read the item into the record first, please?
Sure. My bad.
Resolution 2025-0208, confirming the county executive's appointment of Michael Dever to serve on the Cuyahoga County Justice Center Building Committee.
Even start.
oh, how the turntables. Good morning, Mr. Chair. Brendan Doyle on behalf of the county executive. Pursuant to the court's building agreement dated October 5th, 1972, between Cuyahoga County and the city of Cleveland and section 153.61 of the Ohio Revised Code, I'm here to recommend the appointment of Michael Dever to serve on the Cuyahoga County Justice Center Building Committee. We are requesting a second reading suspension. And just an explanation, Mr. Chair, of what exactly the Cuyahoga County Justice Center Building Committee is. The purpose of the committee under the 1972 agreement is to operate and maintain the Justice Center, specifically to coordinate the use, operation, and maintenance of the Justice Center, to approve the adoption of annual budgets, proposals affecting the general conditions of the Justice Center as a whole, and any proposals affecting the allocation of space among the various entities using the Justice Center. This committee includes stakeholders both from the county and the city, and the purpose really is to be discussing as we figure out what we're going to do with the courthouse in the years ahead, to be talking about what we need to do with the current building to make sure that it is running properly, and also being paid for by the appropriate parties.
Thank you. This has been dormant for a while.
Pardon me?
This has been dormant for a while.
That's correct.
And we're resurrecting it. And the sole focus or sole function is dealing with the city-county operations of the building, nothing with the future thoughts of what the campus is. And
That's correct. That's correct, Mr. Chair. It has solely to do with the current building.
Okay, any questions?
Just wanted to ask through the chair, how many sit on this committee?
I believe it is, let's see. Through the chair to Councilman Conwell, I believe it is 11. It is made up of the county prosecutor, the clerk of courts for the county sheriff, a representative appointed by the judges of the Court of Common Pleas, a person appointed by the Cleveland Municipal Court judges, the city clerk of courts, the city prosecutor, the mayor of the city of Cleveland, and then the 3 county commissioners, which in our instance would be an appointee of the county executive, and then a shared appointment, a nomination by the executive, and a confirmation by the council.
Okay, which council member, county council sits on?
Pardon me?
Which county council member sits on? Is that Mike?
I'm not sure exactly who, well, it's going to be, Mike would be the sort of shared council member between the council and the executive, and then Mike Chambers would serve as the alternate for the county executive on the committee.
I think that's kind of messed up because 3 commissioners, I didn't hear the council president name in there.
I do believe that there is an appointee of the council president. I will double check that to make sure.
I didn't hear you say it, though. So
Correct.
when you
You're
had
right.
3, one from the administration, one from the council, and
Right.
one joint would be
Right.
my take on it.
Right, so let me double check that and get back to you.
If not, we can pass that one under suspension.
Right, fair enough.
And a question to my colleague, Mr. Gallagher. This is the original steering committee.
years ago.
This goes back to the
Oh, 70s.
72.
Okay, so it's not.
Correct, it
makes
goes back to 1972. So the steering committee was sort of looking forward. This building committee is really looking at the building itself currently.
I just wanted to understand the difference.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question through the chair.
Chair?
Is this agreement is older than me? It is, right? So we are the sole owners of this property.
No, we own this property with the city of Cleveland.
We own it with the city of Cleveland.
Correct, which is why this committee would be made up both of county and city stakeholders.
That was my question. Thank you.
Okay. Here we go. I'm going to try it. You think you're Mike Dever right now?
No, Mr.
I
Chair.
know Mike Dever,
Yeah.
and you're no Mike Dever. I didn't quite.
I'm not as good looking as Mike Dever.
That didn't go over that well. I tried. Can I have a motion to pass ordinance number 2025-0208 under second reading? Please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No? Tell Mr. Dever, I'm excited, and we're excited that he's going to serve.
Will do, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay. Please continue with the next
Yes.
piece of legislation.
And can we clarify, is that second reading suspension?
Yes, I
Thank
think
you.
I said that.
Resolution 2025-0209, confirming the county executive's appointment of Renetta Williams to serve on the Cuyahoga County Advisory Board on Senior and Adult Services for the term January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2026.
Come on up. Mr. Doyle, can you tell us a little bit about this one?
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Chair. Brendan Doyle on behalf of the county executive pursuant to section 6.04 of the Cuyahoga County Charter. I'm here to recommend the appointment of Renetta Williams to serve as the Cuyahoga County Advisory Board on Senior and Adult Services for the term January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2026. We are requesting a second reading suspension.
Thank you. Good morning, Renetta Williams. The floor is yours.
Yes. Good morning, Madam Chair and council members. I'm honored today to be here to be nominated to serve on the DSAS Advisory Board. My name is Renetta Williams, and I serve as the Director of Resident Services for the Cuyahoga Metropolitan Housing Authority. I am taking over for Ms. Chief Christy Groves, who previously served on the board. So I'm very excited. In my role, I lead a team and we work on initiatives to house individuals for housing stability. We also work with the community on providing community services as well as senior services to our seniors, which is our most vulnerable population. I've had over 25 years working in social services in a variety of capacities. My work began 25 years ago in Pittsburgh, working at a battered women's shelter. And that's where I firsthand seen a lot of disparities and abuse that occurred in women and children. From there, I moved back to Cleveland, Ohio, and joined the Vocational Rehabilitation Services Commission, where we served individuals with disabilities. And during that time, I worked with individuals needing assistance, vocational assistance, home modifications, adults, seniors. I worked with those individuals as well. And then from there, I worked with the Cleveland Public School District, helping individuals overcome barriers. And I was working with families as well as at-risk youth. I developed programs for social and emotional learning there, as well as serve with working with families who were struggling with challenges and needed resources to overcome those particular barriers. I also had the opportunity to work with the Norma Her Women's Shelter. And during that time, I did see a lot of seniors, unfortunately, coming through the doors and experiencing homelessness. And these were disabled individuals that were displaced. So I'm very much committed to working with the board to resolve some of these issues and provide supportive services to our most vulnerable population. I've also had the opportunity to just develop social and emotional learning programs for not only the youth, but for families, to get families engaged and families in the community. I work with a lot of parents who were actually grandparents raising their grandchildren. So I'm just happy for the opportunity to contribute to the team. I also have lived experiences with caring for my dad, who passed away about 8 years ago. But just seeing the challenges that families face when they have a senior individual that they're trying to provide services for. So I'm truly committed, passionate about empowering people, and especially our vulnerable populations. That's what I've been doing for the last 25 years. So I am again honored to be nominated to serve on the Advisory Committee for Senior and Adult Services.
Perfect. You're a perfect match for this. I just feel terrible that you have to work with Jeff Patterson. I mean, that's a heavy carry. I like picking on Jeff. You're excited about this, right?
Yes, very much so.
You're going to add tremendous value.
Yes, I believe so.
Any questions for this wonderful Michael?
Thank you for your interest and your service, and this has kind of been a little platform for me, the first administration, the second administration, now this administration, and I think we need a senior levy, much like Franklin County. We have 100,000. These are old statistics. I haven't checked them probably in 5 years, but we have 100,000 more seniors than Franklin County, and we put in just over $20 million senior programming. They have close to $70 million. What would we be able to do with $70 million? And politically, it's really, I don't think it's a political angle. The bottom line is seniors vote. And if it's something for their parents, their kids are going to vote. And if it's something for their grandparents, the grandchildren vote. Mm-hmm. This is a no-brainer. Franklin County passes theirs renewal every time close to 70%. So just out there, I wish you the best of luck. I think we have let our seniors down in an incredible way. These are the people that got us here.
Sure.
These are the people that built this county, and we're benefiting from that. And not to take care of them the way we should or be able to. And I know money's finite, and you can only do really so much with it, but with a little bit more, I think, even in transportation, the struggles, and it's county-wide. There's no particular area where you don't have struggling seniors. So I think we really need to retool our thoughts on where we're going to go with what we're going to provide for the people that provided us. So best of luck.
Thank you.
You get an easy one.
Thank you.
This will be second reading. The next Tuesday, we'll pass it. The executive will sign it, then it's time to go to work.
Through the chair, I don't have a question. I just want to make a quick comment.
Absolutely.
I was waiting to see if Madam Chairwoman has something to say. But thank you for agreeing to step up in service. It seems that you have a wealth of experience that will help you to be an asset to this board, whether it's adult protective services, community collaboration and outreach, benefits assistance. As the councilman said, this is a community that we should really be pouring our all into for all that they gave to us. And we're an aging society. We're all getting older. Mm-hmm. So who did you bring with you today?
I brought my sister, my little sister, Rachel Williams, is here with me today as my cheerleader.
Okay. Hey, sis. Well, thank you and best wishes. Communicate with us. If there's anything that we can do to support you in this role, we'd be happy to do so. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, ordinance number, or resolution 2025-0209 is being considered second reading under suspension. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Thank you. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Okay, we have,
And
President's name added. And
Turner.
Chairwoman Turner, Michael, and Marty Sweet.
Through the chair, may I add my name to the previous legislation as well?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Ordinance number 2025 passed under suspension. So let's move to the next one.
Resolution 2025-0210, confirming the county executive's reappointment of Melanie Golombowski, MD, to serve on the Cuyahoga County Women's Health Commission for the term May 1st, 2025 through April 30th, 2028.
Come on up, Brendan.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Brendan Doyle on behalf of the county executive. Pursuant to Section 206.03 of the Cuyahoga County Code and Section 6.04 of the Cuyahoga County Charter, I am here to recommend the reappointment of Dr. Melanie Golombieski to serve on the Cuyahoga County Women's Health Commission to serve the term from May 1st, 2025 to April 30th, 2028. We are requesting a second reading suspension.
Thank you very much. The good doctor.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here today. I'm honored to express my continued interest in serving on the county council dedicated to women's health.
You got to say your name before they tell you.
Melanie Golombieski.
Perfect.
Thank you. As a family physician with a background in community and public health, serving in the federally qualified health centers of Cleveland for the past 12 years, I've seen firsthand how health outcomes are closely tied and deeply rooted to social and structural inequities that exist in our neighborhoods, and especially for women and children in our most underserved neighborhoods. In Cleveland, unfortunately, the disparities remain stark. There are racial disparities in our county where Black women are 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes than white women. Infant mortality remains disproportionately high in these communities as well, and rates of chronic illness like high blood pressure, diabetes, and asthma continue to climb. These are all preventable, they are manageable, and they're deeply connected to our environment and economic inequities. But we also know when we invest in the health of women, we invest in the health of families, we invest in the health of neighborhoods and our broader community. Women are caregivers. Women are caregivers. They're the backbones of family wellness. And it's very important that we help to support them in order to support the future of our societies. Improving access to quality care, reproductive health services, mental health support, and safe living environments can ripple through generations. My work is always centered on listening to community voices, building trust, and making healthcare more accessible and equitable. I've worked in clinics, homes, public health spaces, striving to bridge the gap between medical care and real life. And I believe this commission has the power to shape policies that don't just close gaps, but can build lasting community change. Thank you for considering me. I'm excited to continue my work in this space and be part of this important work.
Very good. And I'm sorry for waving. I owe you one.
Oh, it's okay.
And you waved back so.
I love to wave. I'm a friendly person, yeah.
Yes, you are. It was a lot of excitement and fanfare, and I was there for the kickoff,
Oh, yeah.
and it's awesome, right?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Is it working the way you want?
We're working really hard. We're very busy, yeah, over there.
Oh, I know you're working
Yeah.
hard, but we want to make sure you have the resources to be able to take what your minds come up with and move it to effective change for the
Yeah.
serious things that you're working on.
Yes, yeah, we're closely tied to what's happening at the state and federal level, with budget things that are coming down. So we are dialed in to see kind of where our direction will go and how, community health centers will be impacted.
July 1's coming up
Yes.
soon.
It is, yeah.
This is some really cool stuff with the ladies to the left here, so, Madam Vice President?
Yes, through the chair to the doctor. Yeah, Medicaid is a big one.
Yeah.
If there were drastic changes with Medicaid, how will that impact the neighborhood family practices?
So I think all of our community health centers would really need to look at, budgetary constraints of how we operate. So federally qualified health centers are not free clinics. So we have a federal mandate that we have to, have a payment for our services, no matter how nominal it is. And it is based on the income level of our patients. And we do offer a whole variety of services to meet needs based on income level. But that really kind of, without Medicaid being a very important source of revenue and support to our organization, it will be really tough to see, how we'll go forward with that. And not to mention just patients having access to the services they need. Having Medicaid really allows people to access dental care, mental health care, behavioral health, primary medical care services and specialist care as well. So it is a scary reality. We've been here before, and I know we can meet the challenges that are in front of us.
Do you guys get a lot of grants, federal grants?
We do. All federally qualified health centers have a federal grant that's based kind of on location when you become when you start operating as your clinic, and that helps to offset some of the uncompensated care or the care that we might provide for folks who have financial difficulties to afford it.
So in terms of, has there been any mandates or anything that's come down from the federal level in regards to DEI or gender ideology and how you take care of patients? I know Metro had some changes that they had to do. I'm just wondering how that
Yeah,
impacts you.
we've had a lot of really hard conversations around that within our team, and really look to keep our true north and our mission as focused as we can. And we may not be as loud as we have been before, but it doesn't change what we do. It doesn't change our focus. And we've unfortunately heard that there are some other health centers that have been asked some really hard questions through some things. So we haven't had those folks come knocking on our door yet, but concerned that that could be something.
Please
that
keep us
happens.
updated. If
Sure,
you do.
absolutely. Yeah, very, very happy
Thank
to
you,
do that.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you through the chair. So it's been indicated that you did a lot of work to try to address and come up with strategies as we were going through the pandemic and changing service and delivery models to telemedicine and
Yeah.
in light of possible cuts and changes. Do you foresee, did you tell us, did we just abandon that work, or how is it being
Yeah, I think
implemented still?
I think the pandemic sped all this up, right? Like a lot of we're moving into a more digital or a more people want to access medical care in different ways, and it's really important to have that trusted person that's alongside of you, not the Dr. Google or the Chat GPT of all my symptoms. What do I have? But having like a trusted medical provider who knows you and your family and your history and can help you guide through that. So we've still seen that demand increase, really. And there's some patients that really flock to telehealth services, and some it's just not accessible to them. They don't have, a camera or internet, availability that's easy for them to access that service. So for us at our clinic, we've actually seen a lot of folks want to go back to in-person services. The one main thing that has not gone back anywhere near to what it was before was behavioral health, and having that accessibility to behavioral health services in the comfort of your own home, by phone or by video call, has been a huge game changer with the pandemic, and it's really made our services more accessible to people. So I don't think we're going back on that one at all.
So it's been, close to 2 years
Yeah.
now with this commission?
That one, yeah, I think one, I don't know, I think so, yeah, close to it, one.
Do you have any thoughts? What has been your experience? How do you see this commission working in collaboration with other community
Yeah.
entities, organizations, et cetera? And has there been a specific focus of your work yet?
Yeah. First of all, the committee is made up of just extraordinary individuals that are just dedicated to the health of our community and women. And I just sit in awe of listening to their experiences and their thoughts and their opinions. And so for sure, so many of the right people are in that room. At this point, we've had a lot of data brought to us, heard things that have happened past attempts or currently kind of where we are, the current state of things. And now our commission is moving into focus on several key areas, physical health, mental health, and then also some other key areas that will be joining into some subcommittees or subcommissions. I'm not sure what the right terminology is there, but to really kind of hone in and get some working groups started and get some action out of the committee. And I think as a family doc, it was really wonderful that, it was a very strong driver in that group for women of all ages. Like we're focusing on girls and, reproductively aged women and middle-aged women and older adults, and just recognizing the complexity of women's health needs throughout their life, and how we can be apprised of that and help that to inform our decisions.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that we're progressing. At the last meeting, Councilwoman and I had an opportunity to attend, and I was able to give a report about an event that I hosted in April around fibroids, and it was entitled Fibroids, A Wellness Journey. And it was an excellent meeting, and the executive was a little late, and so he missed my report, but I bring that up to say that he continuously amazes me. He asked me to come to his office and give me the report, give him the report directly, because he didn't have all the information that he needed around the topic. So we had a good conversation, and Director Merriman from our Health and Human Services Agency divulged that at our press conference, It was the first time that he really learned about fibroids when I shared my story, and that experience made them come back and look at our benefits packages for people, women who may be experiencing that. He shared a story of a gentleman whose wife had recently gone through some type of surgery, maybe a hysterectomy or a myomectomy, and how he used his FMLA time to be there for his wife. So these are very personal, issues. They're not, way over there. They're like, touch us home. So I know I'm looking forward to more work from the commission. And thank you again for your willingness to serve.
Thank you.
Just let us know how we can be helpful,
Of course.
and don't be shy.
Thank you.
Dollars from the magic pins that we wear,
Okay.
or if you're not getting the attention from the outside folks that might be partners, but not not as much of a partners as we would like.
Thank
Make
you.
some sense?
Of course. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Ordinance, Resolution 2025-0210 is being requested to pass under suspension. Do I have a motion?
By the power invested in the magic pen that I wear, I so moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I'd like my name to be added.
My name as
and
well.
And she's very confident. She left before the vote happened.
You're fine.
No, you're good. Second reading suspension passed. Any miscellaneous business? Hearing none, meeting's adjourned. Thank you.